In 2026, great new things are coming to the TSP, including Roth conversions, a new L fund, and much more. So let's dive in. First things first, let's talk about the first thing that has changed, and it's how much you can actually contribute to TSP. If you're under the age of 50, before it was 23,500. For 2026, it's 24,500. You can put that additional 1,000 in, which is great. If you're over 50, the catch up has gone from 7,500 to 8,000. And if you are 60 or if you are age 60 to 63, the catch up for you is now 11,250. Now keep in mind, you either get one or the other. If you're between 60 and 63, your catch up is 11,250, and this is not in addition to the 8,000, it's in replacement of the 8,000. So everyone gets the base amount, and if you're over 50, you get 8,000. If you're between this age, you get this additional. All right. Now, one of the big changes that is massive for high earners is this core amount that you can contribute, the 24,500. You can put that into either the traditional or the Roth, no problem. That doesn't change. However, if you make more than 145,000, then the catch-up contributions that you make here are required to go to the Roth. If in 2025 you make more than $145,000, and in 2026 any catch-up contributions you make have to go to the Roth, which means you don't get deductions for money you put into the Roth. Now that money can grow tax-free, and when it comes out later, it's tax-free. But just know, if you're a high earner now and you are over 50, so you're able to do catch-up contributions, any catch-up contributions you do will have to go to the Roth. But remember, that only applies if you're contributing more than the base amount of 24,500. Now, couple other changes here. Number one, and I've talked about this in previous videos on the channel, Roth conversions are coming to TSP, which is fantastic. I always love to see the TSP adding more options. That's what I love to see. And if you didn't know, Roth conversions are moving money that were already in the traditional TSP, getting that over to the Roth TSP. But of course, that's a taxable event. Making an action like that, you have to pay taxes. So you want to be careful if you end up doing this. But again, I always love in general when TSP adds options. I've got whole videos on traditional and moving it to Roth conversions, how they work for you. Just know, in general, you generally want to do Roth conversions when you're in a relatively low tax bracket, because then you may not mind paying the extra taxes that comes by moving it to a Roth. Next, there is a new L fund, the L2075 fund coming in 2026, which, if you're not familiar with the L funds, basically you invest in a fund with a year attached to it. So there's the L2030, L2035, etc. And every so often they come up with a new fund. And this time it's the L2075. So if you invest in this fund, it's going to be very aggressive because it assumes you're going to retire around the year 2075, which of course is very far away. So what should you be thinking? What should you be doing with these changes? Number one, how much are you contributing to the TSP? Should you increase your contributions to max it out? If you were maxing out before, do you want to increase it to make sure you're doing that? And how are you invested? Are you invested in a way that actually makes sense for you? I've got whole videos on how people should probably be investing in TSP throughout their career and as they approach retirement and into retirement. So you can check those out. But those are the two big questions I would be asking yourself. And by the way, also, should you be doing Roth conversions? Which, honestly, in my opinion, if you're still working, generally speaking, my advice is don't do Roth conversions if you're still working. If you're still working, just contribute directly into the Roth TSP. That's the great way to get Roth if the goal is to get Roth. In retirement is generally a better time to do Roth conversions if that's the goal. So that's a recap of all the big new changes coming to TSP in 2026. I'll keep you updated on the real details of these get implemented, how it actually looks in 2026. But that's what we know for now, and I'll see you in the next video.